Shrek 5, everybody. That's right. It's officially been going down. They've been working on it. Eddie Murphy was doing press for, of course, Axel Foley for Beverly Hills Cop, the new one for Netflix, and he was talking about how he's already shot most of the first act for Shrek 5. And he said, like, it was almost, I think it was like 8 months ago, something like that. He was doing an interview, and at that point, he was talking about, I think it was in that Christmas movie that came out last year, about how he wanted to do a Donkey spinoff because he saw the Puss in Boots one did so well. And he's like, Antonio can do it. Like, why can't Donkey have a spinoff? And now officially they have greenlit that. And he said that after this is done, they're going to go right into Donkey. So it'll be like Shrek 5 will come out in 2025. No official release date, but in 2025. And then right after that, you're going to get the Donkey spinoff. Shrek 5, you're right, fucking God King, it's happening. No more sequels, please. The Donkey one, though, I mean, whatever. Eddie Murphy's working again. He wanted to go back to work. Good for him. He's like doing everything. He's like hitting all his greatest hits again. But we wait till he plays Gumby in a live action movie. Maybe he'll join. When he joins the animated, if he joins the animated adult version of Gumby and he plays Gumby, I'd be all about that. Good for you, fucking Eddie Murphy. Make it happen. Make it fucking happen, because we don't know that's happening. So I just think he's going to try to hit everything again. And he's just, I mean, Axel Foley's coming back. Now we got Shrek 5. There's Shrek-Fest. All the money. And then we're going to reboot the Shrek franchise. But then they decided that, well, let's see if we can get that shit, the gang back together and do a soft reboot. So it's like a soft reboot, but it's not a reboot. It's still Shrek 5, which doesn't make any sense to me. Just continue the story somehow. What are you gonna do? Like have them not know each other again somehow, and then they have to figure it out and accidentally fall in love again? Accidentally in love one more time. I mean, like, I don't know. GR, I know you've been waiting for this, craving this. You go to Shrek-Fest every Wisconsin with your cheese head and your Shrek antlers every fucking year. You got your Shrek beer coaster going on. Your their horns, whatever they are.
Give away all my secrets, you know.
I know you got them all, man. I know. Are you excited about Shrek 5 and a Donkey spinoff?
The Donkey spinoff, I think it would be cute. I love Murphy. You know, Shrek 5, I don't really give a shit.
Oh, come on, man. All you Shrekians love it out there, don't you?
Yeah, right. If you say so, Brian. Yeah.
This is a really creepy Shrek picture I got here now, guys. I don't know where this came from, but
that Shrek I like.
Wisconsin has beer and cheese. I'm not mad at it.
That's true. Are they gonna age him up, GR? We have like a grizzled older Shrek in this one about like fucking figuring out how to be a grandpa or something?
That wouldn't surprise me. They won't do it. It would be a nice twist.
Like something with the ages, they try to change it and make Shrek just like relate a different time in his life. I mean, because he's pretty much the same part of his life. I mean, he's a dad, kids, and all that. But maybe we need to do something like that to make it stand out more. I mean, to bring everybody back. What's the point? What's the story? Lord Farquaad's already gone, you know. And beyond that, like we had the Gingerbread Man, who was freaking great. I can hear him talk about his gumdrop buttons a million times over and again.
To do the soundtrack. The guy from Smash Mouth died.
Oh, you're fucking right, Rachel. Gone. You got to use the same song again. You just got to use the same song again. Just fine. Just use it again. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Rachel, is this something you're excited about at all? Do you think that the audience is there for Shrek 5? Shrek 5!
I think Universal really wants there to be an audience for Shrek 5 because they recently redid part of their theme park to include some Shrek stuff. So you've got new Shrek stuff in their theme park, and once again, much like Disney, they want to have good synergy between what's popular and what's in their theme parks. So I think they're going to keep pushing it because they want it to be successful. And honestly, it might be, weirdly enough, because of the generation of parents who are raising kids right now. They're the ones who grew up with the original Shrek. And these fucking parents keep pushing the same things they liked as kids onto their kids. They're not letting their kids have new experiences. So sure, maybe Shrek 5 will make money because the world means nothing anymore.
You know, you're right. Reboots, you know, it's what they got. Sometimes DreamWorks, maybe they might need to win. Universal, they might have something here. I mean, you have some great actors attached to it. Maybe them coming back, getting their kids influenced on it, have them go watch the old ones one more time, whip out the VHS tapes one more time, pop those in. Maybe they'll bring this fan base back to a new world, a new generation, if you will. What's the next new? It's not Gen. Who's after Gen Z?
Alpha.
Gen Alpha. Alpha. That still makes no sense to me. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, how many millennials?
I don't name these generations.
It doesn't make sense to me. But
millennials are based after the new millennium. year 2000.
Yeah.
But
We
how
were
do we go from-
originally Gen Y, and then they renamed us.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And I didn't even know that. Because I'm like, why do we go from millennials to Gen? I always want to say Gen V now, Gen Z.
Millennials.
You know, it's like it's in my head.
But it'll do fine. And as for the donkey spinoff, I think Eddie Murphy just wants money. I think he's broke.
Fuck yeah, he
I
wants
don't know
money.
what happened, man. He's just digging out the shit and like,
He's
hey, what
getting
can I
in there.
knock a few pennies out of?
I'm happy for this Renaissance era of Eddie Murphy though. Give me more. Bring him
What are
back.
we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Coming to America 3? No one wants that.
We might. The second one was not that good. It was not that good.
No one
What? I can't believe that. What?
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. It could have been a lot better. Lexi, what do you think? Is Gumby coming next for Eddie Murphy? As he can't stop? I know you want to talk about Gumby.
That I want.
Or
Eddie
does he
Murphy
stop with
Gumby?
Shrek?
Like,
Yeah.
you'd be all like, oh man, that I want. The Eddie Murphy Gumby all day. That's what I want.
Edward, they did a live action Shrek. It's called Shrek the Musical.
Oh,
Oh, they did do that. You're right. You're right. Do you see this having any traction though, Lexi, at all?
I don't know. I don't know how Shrek has any traction at all. I thought Shrek was shit when it first came out. I don't like these movies. They have no staying power, but yet they do. And I've never understood how they're filled with pop culture references from the 2000s and 90s that are not relevant at all.
Gumdrop buttons.
And yet, like, they're still relevant films, Smash Mouth soundtracks. Like, Jesus Christ. I think what's so funny is that everybody knows All Star from Shrek, when All Star was literally a song that was made for the movie Mystery Men. And if you watch the music video for Smash Mouth, it's all scenes from Mystery Men because it was made for the movie Mystery Men. And so I always associate that song with Mystery Men, and everybody associates it with Shrek. When I'm like, that's because I saw Mystery Men in the theaters, and that's what I. Anyway, I think Shrek is just the ugliest animation in the world. I think he's an ugly character to like. I know he's supposed to be, and I understand this. The plot is that it's about accepting ugliness, and I understand. But like, I don't want to look at him, and I don't want to like. I'm not excited by him, and like I don't want. I'm not excited by any of this, and when I was initially presented the advertising campaign for Shrek with Lord Farquaad and the Gingerbread Man,
Lord Farquaad.
That shit's funny. Like, I want to see this movie. And then I went and saw it in the theater, and I was like, well, they showed me the only funny part of this movie in the ad. And I'm like, the rest of this movie is, like, abysmal. And so I couldn't believe it got a sequel, and I didn't watch any of the sequels or any of that. But I think what always surprised me was how successful this franchise was and how big this
just
franchise
kept going.
was. Like, I've never understood it. I've never understood the popularity of it, and I've never understood the adult fan base behind it. I've never ever understood the adults that like these movies. I'm like, they're the same people that like the Illumination films, as far as I'm concerned. You're people that like Secret Lives of Pets and shit like that. Like, just these like, I don't know. Those like
shamed. Ryan, did you like the Illumination Grinch?
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't care for that one. Benedict Cumberbatch I like, but I'm like, you're too far. You're too far.
The Grinch film where they play him as a curmudgeoned homosexual. Yeah, that was a strange film.
It was weird. I didn't like it.
Didn't understand that movie at all.
I'm here for gay
and I don't want to.
Way.
I did not understand that movie at all. I was like, what the fuck is this? But
I'd rather watch a Jim Carrey one all day.
Yeah,
that one's not.
And then like the Puss in Boots movies, and I was like, I guess Puss in Boots was like the best character in the movie, but also I'm still shocked that those got movies as well. I'm surprised that but those killed it. Those did well, and I'm like, you know what? I like Antonio Banderas. Those are still, but I'm not gonna watch them. I'm not gonna watch any of that. I don't want to watch any of that shit. Like, I feel like
Mike
that was
Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz need work.
I feel
That's
like
the only reason they're making this.
I feel like you took a joke, like a one-line joke, and turned it into several films, and I don't know how you did that. So I'm just like, okay, that's impressive. But I think Eddie Murphy crawling out of the woodwork and going like, oh, please, can we make a donkey movie? I'm like, what, 20 years later, asshole? Like,
got it.
Of course he got it. He got it because nobody knows how to make anything original anymore. It's the same conversation we have on this show every week. But, like, I fuck off. Like, who the hell wants a donkey movie? Are you kidding? Like
Eddie
that's it.
Murphy.
How about a
Eddie
movie
Murphy.
about Mushu as well? Why don't you push that one? I mean, how many characters have you
I'd
voiced
actually
throughout the
rather watch
years?
that.
I mean, you've voiced so many iconic characters throughout your life. You may as well push for every one of them to get their own separate film, right?
Let's
I
make
mean,
it happen.
I just don't see it. You know, if
Brian, I don't
you
know
know
if you
what?
saw the viewer comment from one of your Wednesday normal guests. He wants
No,
Mike wants Rocky and Bullwinkle.
You know what I
Michael,
want?
I
There's
can.
only one project I want from Eddie Murphy. I want a sequel to Meet Dave. You give me that, I'll be happy.
That's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
I know.
Meet
Dave is the
Dave.
best movie ever made. That movie's amazing, and everybody who says it's bad is wrong.
So long, Dave. only if we get more pictures of the
Meet
giant
Dave was
Dave
incredible
head
movie.
going
be
down
It's literally
serious.
just
the
a
streets
giant
of LA.
robotic Eddie Murphy wandering around fucking with people. It's
Wow.
the best movie I've ever seen. I love that movie.
Why?
Uh-huh.
Resident film
insane.
critic.
It's insane.
Lexi.
When he's flying through the atmosphere and he crashed into Earth on his head and his body just like slides across. I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. This is the best
Why?
movie
Just
ever.
tell me why.
I need a sequel. I need more Meet Dave.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, Lexi.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's gonna happen for Mr. Mammals out there either, because that one with Robert De Niro did not do well at all. So I feel.
God. How about a sequel to The Adventures of Pluto Nash?
Okay. What's she drinking?
We've
I want
lost the
some of
whole
it.
audience now.
Who would pay for this?
Thank you for
somebody
watching
would pay
Cruise
for everything.
Control Show.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Come
Someone
on,
would pay for
guys.
all this.
Oh,
And if you want to see
actually-
GR as Shrek, let me know. I'll make that for next week too. So we'll get his Shrek-Fest pictures out there for you. We'll make those happen.
Don't do that when I'm drinking, Brian.
Anyway, Shrek 5's happening. Donkey's coming to a theater near you. And Eddie Murphy's going to keep going. But I do think that I want to see Eddie Murphy be Gumby. I just want to say that one more time because I think his Gumby was fucking great. But you know what? These movies won't stop. I'm going to put it out there right now. If they're going to do a 5 and then a spinoff, a 6 will be coming not long after. Look what happened with Toy Story movies. They can't stop those either. I like them, but they just can't stop with them.